Java Joe wants me to show him the law. And I think the law he's referring to is the law that says you got to file a tax return. Given that Java Joe made this comment on my video about whether or not the IRS will tell you exactly which tax returns you have to file. Okay, so Java Joe, that's what I'm going to go with here. I'm going to show you the law right now that says you have to file a tax return. It's right here, Java Joe. Title 26, the United States Code, that is the tax code, that is the Internal Revenue Code. Section 6011 of the Internal Revenue Code is called General Requirement of Return Statement or List. And here's the general rule. When required by regulations prescribed by the Secretary. And who's the Secretary here? The Secretary here is the Secretary of the Treasury, and by extension, the entire Treasury Department. By extension, the IRS, which is an agency within the Treasury Department. Any person made liable for any tax imposed by this title, okay? So basically saying if you read this whole Title 26 of the U.S. Code, which is the tax code, which is the Internal Revenue Code, and you see, oh, I am liable for tax. Then, according to this, or with respect to the collection thereof, shall make a return or statement according to the forms and regulations prescribed by the Secretary. Okay, and we see the references to the Secretary, like I said, that's essentially shorthand for the IRS in this case. And when it's saying that it has to be done according to the forms and regulations prescribed by the Secretary, it's saying, hey, this law here, this code, isn't spelling out for you which tax returns you need to file. Okay? Nowhere in here, does it say, okay, the form 1040, okay, is the form you got to file if you're an individual. It's basically saying, hey, this is the law. You got to file a tax return when you're required to file when you're liable for a tax, and the IRS is going to be in charge of the details, right? You go to irs.gov and see which returns you need to file. Every person required to make a return or statement shall include therein the information required by such forms or regulations, basically saying the tax return has to be complete, okay, for it to be considered a valid return. So there you go, Java Joe. Now, I don't want to make any assumptions about you, Java Joe, but I know some folks who pose this question, sometimes they get cute and they say, well, that's just the U.S. code. That's not the law. Tomato, tomato, dude. If you want to get cute and fight about that, you can leave another comment on this video, and I'd be happy to get into it with you. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching this video. If you found yourself in a tax pickle, if you owe the IRS at least $10,000 in back taxes, or you have multiple years of unfiled tax returns, you qualify for a free consultation. Give us a call here at Choice Tax Relief, 866-8000-TAX. That's 866-8000-829. Or go to choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form on our website, and we'll reach out to you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.